Hello everybody and welcome to Rent a Girlfriend episode 11 anime review. This episode we met a new girl and she's either one that you think is absolutely adorable and must protect at all costs, the correct opinion by the way, or you think she's sort of annoying, and that's a wrong opinion. You can have your own opinion, but I know which one mine is. Other than that, oh my god, the return of Mami after being MIA for a while. She, let's just say she definitely shook things up this episode, and it's changed the complexion of the final episode a lot, basically. So let's jump into the episode, see exactly how everything went down, and do this thing. We begin with this little introduction video to Sumi. It's quite cool actually. Sees who she is, how she acts, what she does. She's a very nice girl is the gist of it. She looks up to Chizuru, and Chizuru was the one that said, hey, you need to get more confidence, and thus blossomed the idea that Chizuru had to get Kazuya involved to help her out, because we know Kazuya. Kazuya's an idiot, but he's a good guy. You know, that's how I'd describe him. Like, he's the absolute worst, but he's a good guy. You know, he's not malicious, he's just an idiot. That's the best way I could describe him, this part. Yeah, but this little part, sort of a weird thing to open on, but it was kind of right. It was sort of done like an interview type thing, as if someone was asking them questions, which was a bit weird. Kind of came out of nowhere, but quick introduction to Sumi. Here's the things you need to know. Fine, I'm cool with that. Kazuya goes to meet up with Sumi, and she is hiding behind this random pillar. She is that shy that she can't even speak, which is, you know, even Kazuya can tell, okay, I've got my hands full here. She's very introverted, what am I going to do? While they're walking around and everything, Mami spots them. She like comes out of like a 7-Eleven or something. I was like, hey, isn't that Kazuya? And isn't that not Chizuru? What's going on here? She can't answer his questions because she can't talk. Sumi, again, this is. Smiling practice. She can't even smile. It's very forced, very strained, very, off-putting, let's put it bluntly. He doesn't think, Kazuya this is, he doesn't think that Sumi's actually up to being a rental girlfriend. But, you know, this is for Chizuru. Chizuru trusted him. So he's got to do what he can to make her proud, because obviously he's got it's not a little at this point. It's a really big crush on her. That is for definite. But so he's got to do his best to help Sumi for his own selfish reasons. He doesn't actually care what becomes of her, really, you know. I mean, he's a nice guy, so I guess he'd feel bad, but he's not too bothered. They go bowling, which is always good. Gotta love a game of bowling, me. Some guys are checking her out, which causes Kazuya to check her out, as he does. She trips and flips her skirt and when she's bowling. Then nobody comments on the fact she gets a perfect strike after this. Like, they was like, is this your first time bowling? Like, as if she sucks. She just got a strike, Kazuya. She's better than you. And everything. She's doing this job, the rental girlfriend job, to make herself more confident and so she can speak better, I guess, to strangers. Because she's so introverted and shy. Makes sense, honestly, makes sense a lot. He goes to get drinks. Upon his return, there are some thugs. They're just thugs. Putting the moves on Sumi, shall we say. However, their idea of putting the moves on her is they are just lifting her skirt up because she's too nervous to do anything to stop them. What the hell? Who does that? That's super messed up. Don't just lift girls' skirts, alright? If they lift it for you, that's fine. First off, get a room. Secondly, just don't do it yourself, man. That's weird. There were people around. It was a public place, you know. Anyone could have seen that and be like, "What the hell are you doing?" I guess they're thugs, so they wouldn't think about all that. He bails her out of a bad situation, but as you know, as they're leaving, he gets mocked basically for being Kazuya, being like basically he doesn't deserve to be with her and everything. But you know everything. She thanks and apologizes to him for everything. He's like, no, don't worry about it. And then she's able to hold his hand, which is kind of nice, because baby steps and everything. It's nice to see it. Also, Mami saw this whole thing again, because she's following them like a creepy stalker. Remember a few episodes ago when Kazuya was stalking the girl that he liked because he thought something was up? There's that face you make when you realize that Mami is doing the same thing to Kazuya right now. And that is honestly a bit terrifying. I don't want to think that Mami and Kazuya are anywhere close to the same. Because, God, that means they might belong together. And nobody wants that. Absolutely nobody wants that. Like, regardless of who your best girl is in this show, all opinions are correct except Mami, is how I look at it. Kazuya and Sumi go to get ice cream. They do the whole feeding it bit, and then Sumi's erotic licking gets Kazuya all excited. A super nosebleed happens a little bit later on. They do all these activities, roller skating. He headbutts something and gets a massive nosebleed. It's definitely not because she's super cute and adorable. Nosebleed happens. He goes to clean up. When he gets back, she's sitting at the table with Mami, and Kazuya damn near has a heart attack. And he's like, okay, what do I say here? Sumi grabs his arm to assert dominance, I guess, against Mami. But like, this is my boyfriend. And Kazuya's like, you're getting me in trouble here, Sumi. You're getting me in real trouble and everything. Mami needs to talk to him alone and basically says, hey, does Chizuru know about this? And basically, yeah, Kazuya's a player now and says that he changed a lot after they broke up and that he's a real ladies' man now and everything. Got this real pissed off look on her face. It's like, Mami, you broke up with him. You know, you're not allowed to be mad at him for this. You know, this is your fault. If you want to think about it like that, it is her fault. She says she'll keep it a secret though, and I don't think anybody in their right mind believed her, because why would you believe Mami? She's the worst. She's already said her goal is to break them up. So why would she not? You know, we know she's gonna do it. We know she's an asshole. At least she doesn't have an easy way to get hold of Chizuru. At the end of their date, Sumi thanks Kazuya, and he says that she's really nice, so she'll be a fine rental girlfriend, and anyone be lucky and everything. It's very nice. She tells him, "See you." It's very adorable. She's a must protect at this point. That's how I'd go with it. He finds her super cute, but then convinces himself like, no, I have Chizuru. I mustn't cheat on Chizuru. It's like, no, you don't have Chizuru yet, Kazuya. What are you doing, you silly fool? It's very funny. It's like, no, that's the problem here. And then it like has an arrow. It's like, this is the actual problem. The man thinks he's actually got a shot with Chizuru, and it's like, he technically does, but he really shouldn't. You know, that's how it is. It's very funny from Kazuya. It's a very Kazuya-like reaction. He was doing some good stuff. He was pretty funny this episode because of how pathetic he was. That's how I'd describe it. We go to Mami, who is really annoyed that she's so fixated on Kazuya, because like, he was a dork, right? And I guess she's annoyed that he's the one that won the relationship, won the breakup, so to speak, because he's going out with two super cute girls, whereas Mami is single and miserable and thinking about Kazuya, you know? Like, that's a distressing thought right there. Just not Mami being miserable, that's a great thought. She should be miserable. But the thought that Kazuya is doing better off in the breakup than Mami is, you know? Not great. Not great for poor Mami. Poor Mami, what the hell am I saying? Brother says, you know who's here? Don't quite know what that means. Okay. Is it his girlfriend and he was shagging? And he was like, hey, don't come out with shagging, basically. Who knows? I'm not too sure. She can't figure out how Kazuya got those girls because he's Kazuya, let's not forget. So he does a quick Google search on Sumi. Oh no, he finds her rental profile. And there's an option at the bottom for like members list. As soon as he found her profile, I was like, oh no. We knew what was happening, and it was, you know, not good for Kazuya, that's for sure. A brief section with Kazuya and his pervert friends, which is pretty cool. The only thing to real note from this bit is Kuri being an absolute bro and not revealing Kazuya's secret to Kibe. Also that Kazuya retreating when they see Chizuru out with a date with another guy, because that would reel out their secret, not good. He hasn't heard from Chizuru since then. He's in his room sulking, basically. But wouldn't you know it, after all that, she throws things at his room to get his attention. They chatter for a bit. She thanks him for the Sumi stuff, and then she tells him that drops a bombshell. She's thinking of quitting being a rental girlfriend. It's like, you can't do that. That's the name of the show. What are we going to change the name of the show to? Because she's going to be in a play and she's going to get a load of more acting jobs, so she can put 110% in on that. Can't be doing the rental thing. Asks his opinion. Basically, because they're in this thing together, she made a deal with him and everything. It's like, you don't really need to ask his opinion. That's his problem. You know, he caused that trouble. It's not a lot to do with you, Chizuru, as far as I'm concerned. Although, I guess her grandma was involved as well. She says I'll keep this up until, you know, it gets busy with the acting. I'm still your girlfriend. But he knows that he's got to come clean about this. But he can't tell, he's got to come clean to his grand, but he's also thinking, I can't just tell Chizuru I actually like her because it's embarrassed, man. Can't be doing that. Not good. So Chizuru mentioned in that little section that she had a date the next morning. Her date, though, is running a little bit late, although she is also thinking about Kazuya at this time. She's thinking about like, yeah, this is the way it's got to be. I'm going to give this up, stop the lies and everything. But then she snaps herself out of it. It's like, no, no, no. I got to focus on my date I got tonight. So she is thinking about Kazuya more than others. So that's a good sign for Kazuya. That's for sure. However, the person who rented her used a false identity. Who was it that actually... It was Mami. Mami rented her. That's not good. So Mami had not only outed Sumi, she has also outed Chizuru. I guess the only good thing is she hasn't outed Ruka. That was where we ended the episode. So I guess next week... The way I think it's going to go, and this is a complete prediction, I think Mami is going to sort of out Kazuya, right? And then Kazuya is going to reveal Ruka to them as his actual girlfriend. Just because, yeah, like, hey, yeah, I was down in the dumps, but now I'm with Ruka. Because it's been some time since he and Chizuru have hung out with them all. So I think he could say, like, yeah, I did do that, but now I'm with Ruka and she's cool with me and everything. I think Ruka is the key to getting Kazuya out of this situation he's got in. Whether or not it lasts, I mean, obviously, no, it won't last because Kazuya wants Chizuru. How does Sumi fit? I hope Sumi... I got a feeling she's not going to show up next week, which is so bizarre when you think about how she's had one episode, basically. Like, what the hell? This is definitely getting a season 2, isn't it? Like, my gut is telling me 100% next week. I'm calling it now, so, you know, you can come back to here and be like, he definitely called it. Season 2 announced after the finale next week. I'm calling it. Write it down. I'm calling it. But what was my favourite part of this episode? It's quite obvious to tell, actually, but we'll do the, you know, the pleasantries, not the pleasantries, the theatrics, the whatevers. We'll do that anyway. The formalities was the word I was looking for, and what is my favourite part of the episode? It's just Sumi. She's great. I love Sumi. Like I said, some people might find her annoying. I am not one of those people. I think she's great. Do I think she's the best? To be fair, I think they're all great except for Mami. So it doesn't matter. I'm an equal opportunity guy. Except for Mami, she can rot in the dirt. Sumi's great. I like her. I hope we get to the point where she can have a conversation, though. Like, if we're, like, end of season 2 and Sumi's still at the point where she can't speak, then it might get annoying. But as a starting gimmick, I'm okay with it. You know, just as long as it progresses, which I obviously think it will. Because, weirdly enough, I think this show knows not to leave things stale. In a weird way, it knows to evolve. Maybe, am I giving it too much credit? Maybe, but I'm having a great time watching it. So, Sumi's one to watch. I hope she does great, and I hope Kazuya doesn't break the poor girl's heart. She's not in love with him yet, but it's bound to happen. We've still seen this as a harem series. So please don't hurt Sumi too bad, Kazuya, is all I'm going to say. Okay, that was the end of the episode. It was good. I enjoyed it. Curious, I think it's the season finale next week. Like, everywhere I've read it said 12 episodes, so I'm assuming it is. Hopefully Kazuya can get out of this thing unscathed with his pride and his dignity intact. Because otherwise, we're in for a messy situation. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. That would help me out a lot. I will see you next week for the season finale of this. Take care, and bye, guys.